Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and their inner-city rivals, the New York Giants. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. They find some open field here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. They really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
That one, 28 yards on the ground. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Back to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Boswell's kick is good. After marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes. Stack things.
Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Oswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st down, New York.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. picked off by Bless on Austin. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing right, and that's complete. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 31 yards there and a 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. Touchdown, Giants! Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Extra point now by Boswell. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and possession will switch hands, first and 10. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 12 at the 28-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Throw over the middle, taken in. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Now a handoff looking right. Finding room to the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. That'll bring up second down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. That escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. D. Ford in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here.
7-yard attempt.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams.
The pass.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
New York.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Back to throw again. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete.
The pass.
That catch good for only a couple. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have been fooled.
He's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going for the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Cortland Sutton. Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Boswell missed it. Missed it to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The left side throw complete to Adams.
The pass.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Complete to Devontae.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And he's got his man on the out route. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Giants 34. Jets nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
39.
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. From the the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now here's a throw that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
He was brought down.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And the lead drops from 34 to 27.
Makes the score Giants 34, Jets 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Taken from just outside the 30. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's... And now here is another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
16 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
39.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
22-yard line.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Giants 41, Jets 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
4.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Mike, 53. 50. Let's go one more. 53.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
The tackle made.
On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
2nd and 6. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
53's the mark. 53.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds Beckham complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Touchdown!
What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And that'll be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
The play brings up 3rd down.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd down at 4. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
On the play. Brings up 3rd down.
56 right there, 56.
Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
To the sideline and incomplete. It's third down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
His pass caught at the 4. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A good gain again. That's now, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
21.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and he'll take this back down inside the 20. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. And now it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Able to connect with Mims. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal.
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On the throwaway. Leads to 2nd and goal.
That's the reason we bad for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Jets 21,